Joseph Mauer.
Thank you all for attending. To my right is Dade City Police Chief Walters, and to my left is Florida Department of Law Enforcement Assistant Special Agent in Charge Jay Scanlon. This was an investigation that spanned across Hillsborough County and eventually ended here in Dade City. Let me give you a timeline of the events that transpired. At approximately 6:30 p.m. today, our deputies and detectives responded to Advent Health Hospital located at Fletcher and Bruce B. Downs Avenue for a report of a stolen vehicle. While they were conducting the investigation of the stolen vehicle, we were able to identify that the stolen vehicle, had a GPS in the vehicle. Our units were able to locate that GPS, and it was located in the Plant City area. At that time, our aviation unit and District 2 patrol units were able to find the suspect vehicle. The aviation unit followed that vehicle into Pasco County. Prior to getting into Pasco County, our supervisors on scene notified Pasco County and Dade City that we were following a stolen vehicle into their county and asked for their assistance. As they were following the vehicle, the suspect vehicle was abandoned at a location here in Dade City. The suspect fled on foot into a nearby residential area. At that time, he hid in a shed of the residential home. He walked out of the shed and found a victim standing outside of his house. At that time, he pointed a firearm at that victim and commanded the victim to get in his own personal vehicle and drive away. So it was an armed carjacking at that point. At that time, our HCSO deputies were creating a perimeter to encase that suspect. At that time, the suspect with the victim held at gunpoint drove past our deputies. A short time later, the vehicle stopped. The suspect, armed with a firearm, got out of the vehicle and pointed the firearm at the suspect in the driver's seat. At the victim in the driver's seat. The victim courageously at that time sped away in the vehicle. The suspect, armed at this point, fled on foot into the parking lot area. At that time, Dade City police units arrived on scene. Our units on scene said, "Drop the gun, drop the gun." Dade City units also said, "Drop the gun, drop the gun." At that time, the suspect pointed the firearm at Dade City police officers. Dade City police officers engaged the suspect with their firearms, and 4 of our HCSO deputies engaged the suspect at that time. Right now, the suspect is in critical condition at a local hospital. We are unable to positively identify the suspect at this time. He sustained multiple injuries, but is in critical but stable condition. At this time, FDLE, per policy, is investigating our officer-involved shooting. All 4 deputies involved in our shooting will be on paid administrative leave per protocol. I want to thank Dade City Police Department for their assistance in this matter. I want to thank the Pasco Sheriff's Office for their assistance in this matter. This was a very, very dangerous individual, and without the help of Dade City and Pasco Sheriff's Office, we were able to quell this dangerous situation, and everyone was safe. Thank you. At this time, I'll hand it off to Chief Walters.
Thank you, Chief. As we go through this process, I would ask everyone to remember we're trying to give you the most accurate information we can at this time. Some of that information may change as we proceed through the investigative process. I'd like to echo the Chief's comments on how much we appreciate the partnership that we have with our fellow law enforcement agencies, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, the Pasco Sheriff's Office, and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. The citizens of our communities are not but extremely lucky that no one was injured besides this suspect in the events of this evening. And the only reason that no one else was because of the brave actions of law enforcement officers who serve and protect every single day. Law enforcement officers show up to serve our communities. They are here to protect our citizens, to protect each other, and to be sure they will protect themselves. The consequences of tonight, anyone should know. If you point a firearm at a law enforcement officer, there's a high likelihood you're going to be shot because of it.
Thank you, Chief. So before I begin, I just kind of want to acknowledge that, law enforcement is a dangerous profession, and we have a specific role here, but we work and live in this community as well. So we want to take an opportunity to thank these agencies and their members for keeping our community safe as well. As you all know, FDLE does conduct officer-involved shooting investigations. It so happens in this case that we have agreements with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office and Dade City Police Department already on file to conduct those investigations. So we're moving forward with that. I would caution everyone, it's early on in the investigation, so I don't have any real comment about any particularities of what occurred and what stage we're at this time. I do want to take the opportunity to thank the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, Dade City Police Department, Pasco Sheriff's Office for their assistance in this investigation, and also allowing us to serve the community in a time and an age when community access is vital to the police role, and we're glad to serve that both for the agencies and for the community. Thank you. Yeah, Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Title is Assistant Special Agent in Charge. First name is Jay, just the letter J, and it's SCANLAN.
Dade City Police Department, James Walters, James Walters.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else have any other questions? How many officers are involved from both agencies?
From the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, we had 4 officers involved in the shooting.
And then from police department?
The preliminary investigation shows 1 from Dade City Police Department, and per protocol and policy, that officer is on paid administrative leave.
Do we have any information why he abandoned his car there? Because nobody was chasing him. Did the car broke down? Did he hit something? Or?
I'm unable to answer that. I don't know why he abandoned the vehicle. He abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot and armed carjacked an innocent victim.
With your primary investigation, does he have any records? Is somebody that you guys know before?
Unfortunately, we haven't been able to positively ID him yet. So he's currently in critical condition and in surgery right now.
Do we know the age of this?
We don't have him identified at this time, so we don't have his age.
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.